In case you missed it last night, Jim Cramer calling on Fed Chairman Jay Powell to act big and act now when it comes to tamping down inflation. Here's Jim on Mad Money last night with a pretty bold call.
He needs to act and act now with a much tougher stance. Powell has the freedom to go big. He could even do a 100 basis point hike, and he should, because we need to break the back of inflation before it becomes too ingrained in the economy. After the superinflation-inspired earnings disasters we just got from Target and Walmart, everyone should understand the urgency of the situation.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, I come back with that video just to make you think. And we have Jim Cramer asking the Fed to be more aggressive. How quickly things have changed. Everybody's saying, are we going to be going into a recession? And the answer is we're already in a recession. The higher the rates go, the liquidity shrinks, and then we know we're going to have mass layoffs. And that's when the robots, algorithms, and drones are on their way. But we have the Hegelian dialectic. If Trump was in office, will we have these high gas prices? When did we start printing money? When Trump was in office. But they're going to put all this blame on Biden. And once the Republicans take over the Senate, it's about to get really crazy. And just like I told you, the government is definitely going to shut down if they do not do an unlimited debt ceiling. We know it's coming. It's problem, reaction, solution. And we know what that solution is. Blockchain and cryptocurrencies. Blockchain gives a new world order to all CNI, and these cryptocurrencies are going to be programmable money. They're going to tell you what, where, and when and how to buy. And remember what David from R3 stated. If you want to boost the economy, and guys, we know we're already in a recession. We're going to be needing that boost. You airdrop this free money. And we see all the tests going on for universal basic income. They have 3 to 6 months to spend it or poof, it's gone. The sheet will be relying on the government totally. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you because he knows. When it comes to the New World Order, it's all planned out. You have a wonderful day.
But it's interesting. So many companies are including blockchain or even Bitcoin as almost the center of a lot of their strategy. And even a company like Block, where Jack Dorsey recently said, look, Bitcoin, it's going to be a Bitcoin-centric future for something that you wouldn't think necessarily would use Bitcoin. So given the pullback, so many people are, once again jumping on the Bitcoin is worthless or headed to zero. They're no clothes, the emperor. So many companies are moving forward without even thinking about that. It really is at this point like a Bitcoin, like a speculative NASDAQ stock.
Does that
have to change or?
No, it's a bearish market. This is my third. I've always seen it. Back in 2014, 15, when the first time it happened, it was literally embarrassing to say you believe in Bitcoin in the parties. In 18, the second time when the dip happened, people were like, oh, you had something, maybe it has disappeared. And now it's the third dip of my life. And I truly, truly believe that this is the time people are going to build. You're going to see more announcement because the valuations are down, the prices are better, and you're going to see more and more announcement to be ready with the product for the mainstream adoption. And slowly this is going to trigger for a main up. And believe me, in an year's time, you and me would be talking about how everyone and every big bank and institution is jumping back or jumping for the first time again on the bandwagon. I truly believe that.
Mr. Secretary, I'm curious, if Trump was the president today, what you think the difference in the price of gasoline at the pump would be, given the demand and given everything that's happened?
Well, it's an interesting question. Theoretical. I don't think we would be in a war or be participating in with Ukraine against Russia. I don't think Putin would have ever have gone into Ukraine. We would have been continuing to sell massive amounts of liquefied natural gas into Europe. I think we would have been opening up markets probably in India as well. This recession that we're facing would not be happening. I think the globe would continue to be growing. There would be substantially more peace around the world. And, I think President Trump had a really great vision for the country, had a great vision for the world, frankly. People might not have liked his style, but his policies were great.
I do want to read you the.
We're going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
This effort. And China has big plans for this. They intend to seed their digital yuan into the global environment by giving it away to visitors at next winter's Olympics. When they arrive at the airport, they're going to get yuan digital wallets. They're going to receive digital yuan. They're going to use it throughout their visits to Beijing, and then they're going to take it back to their home countries. They see this as a huge advantage. Why? Because who controls the underlying protocols, who controls the underlying standards of the future of money will control the future of money.
Most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids' books. I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York. From COVID 33. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.